So in this video we'll be studying about the phenylpropanoids and flavonoids. So these phenylpropanoids are the chemical class of organic compounds that are synthesized from the amino acids phenylalanine and tyrosine. So there are two important uh, amino acids, phenylalanine and tyrosine, from which the phenylpropanoids are derived, and it is a 6-carbon aromatic phenyl consisting of 3-carbon propene tail of chromatic acid, which is central in the phenylpropanoid biosynthesis. And what are flavonoids? As in the name itself, it is the flavonoids are generally the aromatic compounds which possess of the flavors, okay, which is synthesized from the phenylpropanoids. Flavonoids are synthesized from the phenylpropanoids pathway, which is transformation of phenylalanine amino acid to 4-coumaryl CoA, okay, which finally enters the flavonoid synthesis pathway. The first drug in the phenylpropanoids is the lignans. Now the lignans are the large group of polyphenols which are found in plants, and these are the macromolecules or polymers of basic units of carbon 6 and 3 of N-propyl benzenes, which are linked by the beta carbon of the side chain. So generally the lignans, just you have to remember the biological sources of lignans are such that it is a chemical moiety or a chemical substance which is obtained from the carbon 6 and carbon 3 of the N-propyl benzenes, okay, that are linked to the beta carbon of the side chain. These lignans have been found to exhibit antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, antimitotic, that is relating to the antiviral or the anti-cancer agents, okay, the mitotic phase agents, and the anti-tumor, obviously, that is the anti-cancer agents. That is, they are also anti-neoplastic uses they possess, okay. And these have been also, as they are flavonoid derivatives, or flavonoids are the derivatives of phenylpropanoids. They are largely used in the preservative industries, in food, agriculture, rubber and pharmaceutical industries. They are also used as a stabilizing agents for lubricants, polymers such as adhesives and plastics. Then we have a very popular compound drug, that is tea, okay. Tea we all are aware of. So tea is also known as Camellia thea, which is obtained from the prepared leaves of tea birds of Thea sinensis, okay, and the family is Theaceae. So this tea is obtained from the Camellia thea sinensis of, okay, and these are the dried prepared leaves or buds which is belong to the family Theaceae. Now what does it consist? It consists of caffeine, theobromine, theophylline. Colors of leaves is due to the gallutanic acid and also the enzymatic mixture of these three. A very popular test for the tea is your Murad-Side test, which is asked many a times in your examinations, okay. So what in order to give a positive chemical test, we'll take caffeine with hydrochloric acid, potassium chloride, that gives purple color, and on addition of alkali it becomes colorless, which identifies a given compound drug is tea. Uses, as we all know, tea is used in most of the beverages, okay, and it has a stimulant effect on nervous system, yes. Okay, and it has also other herbal, like if you have green tea, it is used in the weight loss purpose, but in the defined amount or quantity. Over or excessive use obviously leads to dangerous side effects. Then we have Ruta. This is not a very bold drug, so we have a very less information about it. Rui, it is also known as, it is a Mediterranean native which is distributed throughout the world. And the Ruta ka you will I guess in this information is not appropriate. There is different biological source, and I will be taking one more video of detail of the important drugs, okay. So this is the just a go through one shot video, which I would not be able to cover the drugs in detail. For important drugs I will be covering the other video, so do watch it. families Rutiaceae. Uses are it extracts rui have been used to treat eye strain, sore eyes, and as an insect repellent. This has been internally used as an antispasmodic and in the treatment of menstrual problems. Okay, and act as a abortifacient or as a sedative. Then we have very important class of drugs, that is cardiac glycosides. These cardiac glycosides consist of two moieties, a glycon part which is a steroidal moiety which is also called as steroidal glycosides. They are of two types. One is the cardinolides and other is the bufadinolides. Okay, the occurrence of these cardinolides in nature is high as compared to the bufadinolides. Okay, what is the difference in this cardinolides and bufadinolides? Let's see. Now this cardinolide has 23 carbon atoms having alpha beta unsaturated 5 member lactone ring which is attached to the 17 beta position. Okay, so this is the lactone ring. Okay, I'll just mention here, this is the lactone ring, and to the cell this is attached to the 17th beta position. Okay, and this cardinolide has 23 carbon atoms. Okay, you can see, and this is a lactone moiety. Okay, the steroidal part which consists of 24 carbon atoms. So just cardinolide or bufaniloid may the difference is of the carbon atoms, that is the cardinolide has 23 and the bufaniloid has 24. Okay, unsaturated, and the lactone ring is attached to the 17th position. Okay, this is also the carbon 17 and the lactone ring is attached. So examples of cardiac glycoside cardinolide is digitalis and stropanthus, and for this you have example as well. But in the your syllabus you have to just study about the digitalis. Now for maximum cardiac activity, the lactone is attached to the 7 beta position and the sugar portion you can see is attached to the 3b position. Okay, this. Okay, and the sugar part helps in absorption and distribution of, that is the pharmacokinetics of body. And when the number of hydroxyl groups increase in this moiety, there is a more rapid action. So this is just the SAR type of thing. You just remember for your information. Let's see triterpenoids. In triterpenoids, we know the triterpenoids have been found in free states and combination with sugars, forming the glycosides and esters. These triterpenoids consist of 30 carbon atoms that are polymerized from 6 isoprene units, and these are grouped as linear, monocyclic, dicyclic and pentacyclic compounds. This is generally the structural features. Okay, and they are widely distributed in nature, having may be found in fungi, fern and higher plants, and also in some amount in marine life. Okay, these compounds with carbon skeleton are based on 6 isoprene units which are derived biosynthetically from the acyclic C30 carbon hydrocarbon swalene. Okay, very important. They are relatively to complex cyclic structure, and most of being either are alcohols, aldehydes or carboxylic acid. So we have a very important drug, that is licorice. This licorice is a bold drug. So let's see about the licorice. So licorice is also known as mulethi, okay, or it is also known as glycyrrhizia. It is obtained from the dried peel or unpeeled root and stolon of Glycyrrhizia glabra of different varieties, that is Typica, glandulifera or Violacea. Okay, that is the Persian, Spanish or your Russian licorice. So just you can remember any one, or you can just write mulethi synonym, and is obtained from dried peel and unpeeled root of an stolon of Glycyrrhizia glabra. Family is Leguminosae. The spelling of Leguminosae here is wrong. Okay, so the spelling is L E G U M I N O S A A. This is the spelling of leguminous. Okay, and this is unpeeled licorice is yellowish brown and externally, okay, and yellowish internally, while peeled licorice is the pale yellow. So this is nothing but the TS of licorice root and stolon. In root you have the presence of polyhedral brownish cork cells, and it was also in the licorice stolon. Okay, there is absence of pith in the licorice root, but it shows the tetraxylum. In this there is presence of tetraxylum as well as presence of pith. In licorice root there is presence of medullary rays, but there is absence in stolon. Presence of cortex in both. Okay, let's understand the TS. Okay, as I said, you can just see this and just from the above table you just can differentiate. There is pith present in both. Okay, so just recognize the characters. 1. So pith is present in both. Medullary rays is present in just stolon. Okay, the in the above diagram, in the above table, I have told you all that licorice is present in the medullary rays is present in the root, but it is present in the stolon, right? So it is present in stolon and not in the root. So you have to make the correction. Okay, and you can see it is there in this also. So you can write it, medullary rays are present. Okay, cork is also present, very important, the cork layer. Okay, and you can just compare and write. Okay, calcium oxalate crystals are present here. There is no presence in the stolon. Okay, so what it is saying about the TS is having the cork cell, presence of polyhedral tubule. Okay, it is thick lignified fibers in phylum and xylem. Calcium oxalate are present in parenchyma. In stolons, pith is present and as parenchymatous. Root is characterized by the presence of tetraxylum and absence of. Then we have chemical constituents. The chief chemical constituent is the pentacyclic terpenoid saponin known as the glycyrrhizine, that is a glyceric acid, which is also having the potassium and calcium salts of the glycyrrhizinic acid. Presence of flavonoid, that is licoritin or isolicoritin, that causes an anti-gastric effect and is used in the peptic ulcer. So the licorice ka major use is it is used in the peptic ulcers. Okay, then carbinoxole is used as an anti-ulcer agent, and olendane derivative prepared from the glycyrrhizia. Now chemical test you have that you will take the powder sample or the section of drug with 80% of sulfuric acid that gives a yellow color. Okay, it is used as a expectorant emulsant. The chief use is the peptic ulcer, which is in the form of dysglyceria glazed licorice, and it also have mineral corticoid activity due to the glycerinic acid. It is employed in the place of corticoids for the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis, inflammation, and Addison's disease. Okay, this is Addison disease is also related to bones, and it is also used as a flavoring agent. Then we have the adulterants. Okay, that is Manchurian licorice and Russian licorice, Glycyrrhizia glandulifera and Glycyrrhizia uralis. Then we have the other drug, that is the Dioscorea. It is also known as yum plant. It is obtained from the dried tubers. Okay, now it is the tubers of Discoriaceae deltoideae. Okay, the family is Discoriaceae. It consists of 75% starch in rhizomes, and the chief constituent is diisogenin, that is saponin, and its glycosides, that is myelogenin and yamogenin. Just you can remember from the synonym yamogenin, diisogenin, okay, myelogenin. It is a hydrolytic product of saponin dioxin. Okay, this is the structure as acts it is a precursor that is used in the synthesis of the corticosteroids or sex hormones or as an oral contraceptive. It is also used in the rheumatoid arthritis. And we have digitalis, that is nothing but the cardiac glycoside, also known as foxglove leaves. This is again important bold drug obtained from the digitalis purpurea or digitalis planeta, and the family is different. You have to remember that is Scrophulariaceae. Okay, it consists of digitoxin, digoxin, or gitoxin. Okay, total cardinolides. Okay, and it is dried below 60 degree, and the leaves are immediately collected. We should not contain more than 5% of moisture, as it is used in the treatment of cardiac effects. Okay, microscopy, it is a dorsiventral leaf, anemocytic stomata. It has covering trichomes and few glandular trichomes. The covering trichomes are uniserrate and multicellulars. The glandular are unicellular stalk and bicellular head. Collapse and trichomes are important characteristics of the digitalis leaves. Okay, then there is free calcium oxalate crystals and the sclerenchyma, that is the stone cells, and parenchyma here has three different layers: upper epidermis, lower, and pericyclic part. Okay, you can see here, this is the pericyclic part, this is your parenchyma, upper, lower, and the pericyclic layer. Okay, chemical constituents, as I said, it has primary glycosides, that is purpurea glycosides AB, which has digitoxin or gitoxin. Okay, gitoxin is a glucose part, and then it gives a 3-digitoxose sugar, which is terminated by glucose. Okay, and secondary are digitoxin, gitoxin, and gitallotoxin. It is used in to increase the force of contraction. Systolic contraction is a cardiac stimulant or a cardiotonic drug. It is used in the CCF, that is congestive cardiac failure or heart failure, and also in the atrial flutter or atrial fibrillation. Okay, in the next video we'll be covering with the volatile oils. Thank you everyone.